Scene script. Ever wondered how Google became the heart of our internet experience? It all started in a dorm room at Stanford University. Two graduate students, Sergey Brin and Larry Page, were intrigued by the idea of extracting meaningful information from the vast sea of data amassing on the internet. Their minds buzzed with possibilities, and their hearts pulsed with the thrill of innovation. They set up their first workplace in Page's dormitory room at Stanford and started developing a new type of search technology which they affectionately dubbed Backrub. But what was so special about Backrub? Well, it was not just another search engine. Brin and Page had a light bulb moment, realizing that the value of a website is not just in how often a search phrase appears on it. Instead, they saw the value in the number of backing links a website had. That is, the number of other pages linked to it. Imagine this. Most search engines at the time were like librarians who would recommend books based on how often your search term appeared in them. But Backrub was different. It was like a librarian who also considered how many people had recommended or referred to those books. A website with thousands of backing links, they reasoned, should be considered more valuable than one with just a few, and thus should be ranked higher in search results. And it didn't stop there. They also realized that a link from a popular, heavily linked website should hold more weight than one from a more obscure site. It was a revolutionary idea, and it set the groundwork for the search engine we now know as Google. So, with an idea, a dorm room, and the name Google, Brin and Page set out to change the internet. A name derived from a misspelling of Google, a mathematical term for the number 1 followed by 100 zeros, symbolizing the vast amount of information they aimed to organize. And change it they did. From a dorm room to a tech giant, Google's journey is nothing short of extraordinary. The seeds of this transformation were sown in mid-1998 when Sergey Brin and Larry Page began receiving outside financing. One of their first investors was Andy Bechtolsheim, a co-founder of Sun Microsystems. With $1 million raised from investors, family, and friends, they set up shop in Menlo Park, California, under the whimsical name Google, derived from a misspelling of Google, a mathematical term for the number 1 followed by 100 zeros. By mid-1999, Google was processing 500,000 queries per day. But the real explosion of activity came in the year 2000 when Google became the client search engine for one of the web's most popular sites, Yahoo. This partnership catapulted Google into the limelight. By 2004, users were searching on Google 200 million times a day, yet this was just the beginning. Google's growth trajectory was steeper than anyone could have imagined. By the end of 2011, Google was handling an astounding 3 billion searches per day. The company's growth was not just in numbers. It was also expanding its reach, evolving from a search engine to a vast ecosystem of internet services and products, from email to online document creation, from software for mobile phones to tablet computers. The company's name, once a mathematical term, then a tech startup, had become so omnipresent that it entered the lexicon as a verb. To Google became a common expression for searching the internet. It was no longer just about finding information. It was about connecting, learning, exploring, and much more. And just like that, Google became more than just a company name. It became a verb, a part of our daily language. The story of Google is a testament to innovation, ambition, and the transformative power of technology. A narrative that continues to unfold with each passing day. From its humble beginnings, Google has evolved into one of the world's most influential tech companies. That's no understatement. Today, Google is so much more than a search engine. It's a tech behemoth, boasting a broad product portfolio that stretches far and wide across the digital landscape. You see, Google has its fingers in many pies. We're talking about more than 50 internet services and products, ranging from Gmail, a widely used email service, to Google Docs, an online suite for document creation. And let's not forget about Google Drive, a cloud storage platform that has made file sharing a breeze. But that's just scratching the surface. In 2012, Google made a bold move. It acquired Motorola Mobility, marking its venture into the hardware market. Suddenly, Google wasn't just about software anymore. It was selling physical products in the form of mobile phones. This acquisition expanded Google's influence in the high-tech marketplace, putting it on par with giants like Apple, IBM, and Microsoft. But despite its extensive product range, Google's original search tool remains its bread and butter. It's the core of its success, the engine that drives the company. It's the reason why, in 2016, Alphabet, Google's parent company, earned nearly all of its revenue from Google advertising. These ads are based on users' search requests, making Google's search engine not just a tool for finding information, but a platform for businesses to reach their target audience. And that's the beauty of Google. It's a company that has managed to maintain its roots while branching out into new territories. It's a company that has stayed true to its original mission of organizing the world's information, even as it has expanded into hardware, cloud computing, and so much more. So, what's the takeaway here? Google is not just a tech company, it's an innovation powerhouse, a game changer, a trendsetter. It's a company that has transformed the way we live, work, and play. Google's journey from a dorm room to a global tech giant is a testament to the power of innovation and a vision for a connected world. It's a journey that's far from over, and we can't wait to see where Google takes us next. So what's next for this tech behemoth named Google? Well, Google's future is as wide and as vast as the internet itself. At its core, Google remains committed to its original mission, to organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. But Google isn't just resting on its laurels. The company is continuing to innovate, pushing the boundaries of what's possible in the realm of technology. In recent years, Google has been venturing into the exciting world of artificial intelligence and machine learning. From self-driving cars to advanced language translation, these technologies are not just changing the way we interact with the world, but also how we understand it. It's safe to say that Google is not just shaping the future of the internet, but also the future of our everyday lives. As we continue to Google our queries and curiosities, one thing is certain: Google's journey is far from over.